Well, good morning and thank you for joining me today. This is Scooter Pops. Today we're actually headed down to a town quickly becoming a ghost town. So we want to get there before there is no more. Stay tuned. We have arrived in Hayden, Arizona. Look at that smokestack. Well, directly behind me, as you can see here, these are the administrative offices of the town of Hayden. But they're closed today. Today being Friday, not sure why. Maybe they only work 4 days, 10-hour days, but they are closed indeed. That is the Hayden Fire Department. So I wanted to get a picture of me in front of this attack vehicle number 1 over here. This is an old abandoned fire truck from the Hayden Fire Department. It's pretty incredible when you take a look at it. I'll pan back around so you can see it. But this even has flat tires on it. Hasn't been run for a long time. As you can see, there's faded paint and everything. So I'm not sure how active even the Hayden Fire Department is. I'm going to walk from the fire department past Polly's here on the right, and I want you to see the old United Methodist Church. Let's take a look at it here. It's over here on the left. I don't really know how old this building is, but it certainly looks pretty old. It's in pretty rugged condition also. So I'm standing on the steps of the United Methodist Church in Hayden, which is closed down. I tried to get a glimpse inside these 2 windows to see what it looked like, but it's pretty dark. You can't really see anything. So unfortunately, we can't really get in the building either because, of course, it is locked. And just to the right of us, past this no right turn sign, you can see part of the sign up there that says Hayden. That was the old bank building, and now currently houses the police department here. Next to it, Heel of Furniture closed. All of the stores along this main street here are closed down. We're going to take a walk down so you can see we're standing right next to Polly's department store. We'll get a glimpse of that from the other side of the street near the police department. Polly's department store, right in front of you with the old tin roof, as I mentioned earlier. Definitely closed down, has been for a long time, as is the rest of this city is pretty much abandoned. So you can see my car there, the Scion. That's Polly's department store, or what was Polly's. And as we pan down this way, I don't really know what this building is. If you know, drop us a line in the comments. Well, interestingly enough, the gate is open. There is no signs that say no trespassing, so let's take a quick look inside. This was the Union Hall because it has a sign in there that says 1 year later, contract now. This is the old theater that was open, the movie theater that was open some time ago, but has since closed down. So there's probably no entertainment in this town whatsoever. I haven't been able to find a restaurant or even a local pub This is the other side of Main, or as it's called, North Hayden Avenue and 5th Avenue here in Hayden, Arizona. Casa Rivera there in front of you, that building is totally blown out, roof and all. So the only thing that you can see is what's in front of us. I'm going to go across the street to take a look and see what it looked like inside, because there is a window that is open and available to look. So I'm across the street from the building that we really don't know what was housed in there. There is some signs that say light beer, so maybe it was a pub, but I'm not really too sure. We're going to take a walk down here and see exactly what's inside of the Casa Rivera. So follow me, won't you? This is the Casa Rivera right here. This has absolutely no roof or anything. Looks like it's caved in. I don't quite know what this was. Maybe a restaurant. This is the other room that you saw a moment ago, and this apparently was a restaurant. You can see some chairs and tables where people would sit and dine, and it does look like there was a fire in here. What a shame. But we came from this other side right there. And on this side must have been the dining hall. You can see in the back that big open window, maybe where they served, or maybe that was where the servers came to pick up food. And in the back might have been the kitchen. But there you go. Some seating here at Casa Rivera. As mentioned earlier, this was the Hayden drugstore. And inside this drugstore, as in olden days, as we'll call it, they actually had a counter where you could get milkshakes, fries, burgers, just like in the olden days. And it's sad that it's not open any longer, but it has an amazing potential. Just a beautiful little town. I love this place. So we've now come around to the north side of Hayden Avenue, which is kind of the main street in Hayden, Arizona. And on the north side, you see in front of you the old junior high, which ended up being the Gila Furniture Company. And toward the west, you're going to take a look at the high school. That high school still stands, but no longer in use. Only schools are available in Winkleman, and the kids have to be bused from Hayden to Winkleman to attend junior high and high school. There are no elementary schools in Hayden, Arizona. You're a pretty good wealth of information here about the library here in Hayden and the town.
Yes.
So tell me, how long has the library been here again?
Last week on Tuesday was 55 years.
And how many books do you think you have in the library?
I couldn't even imagine. There's a couple thousand.
So I'm sitting outside the library here in Hayden, Arizona. I met some wonderful people, a woman that actually grew up here and still lives here today. Very lovely. She was telling me all about this budding town and city. Just a few years ago, back in the 70s and 80s, she said this was absolutely an awesome place to live, a growing town, and so on and so forth. The gal at the library here had this to say.
Lately, a lot more people come into the library. Last week, we probably saw as many people as we've seen in the month prior.
So I just met Gary, who is kind of like the town supervisor, a wealth of information, who grew up here. I really have to tell you, he's just a wonderful man, and this is a great place. Behind me is the swimming pool. It is green, but it was perfectly clear last weekend when they had the 55th anniversary and re-grand opening, if you will, of the library, which we took you into just a few moments ago. quite sure what this building was, but you can see it is old and certainly abandoned. And then across the way, this might have been a house. As you can see, there's an old chimney. So I suspect this was probably a house, but a very old one because most of this is made by stone. This is a stone foundation. So one of the great places, they do have a restaurant in town. This is called Maria's Mexican Restaurant. As you can see, pretty popular place, and from what I understand from one of the gals that has lived here and grown up here, she said this is an amazing restaurant. And if I had time, I'd stop in and grab a bite. It's really beautiful. Very clean, luxurious. So this is kind of on the border of Winkleman and Hayden. So driving out of Winkleman and Hayden and Kearney, I'm almost sad because I really like this small town life. And it's so quiet up here and so enjoyable. Cute little towns, villages, cities, however you'd like to describe them, and the people are absolutely wonderful. So if you get a chance to head to Hayden or Winkleman or Kearney, do it because it's really worth it. There's not a whole lot to do, but you know, if you're just coming up for a little peace and quiet, bring a picnic lunch or go to Maria's. That looks like a pretty amazing Mexican restaurant. Or, like I did, get a couple of hot dogs over at the Speedway gas station. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you like and subscribe, and this way we can do a little bit more and branch out throughout the Southwest come 2022. God bless you all.